Welcome to Raymond James Stadium, the big pirate ship in Tampa, Florida. Two teams which have navigated their way through the season and have designs on finishing with a victory in the ReliaQuest Bowl. It's the Washington Huskies and the Ohio Bobcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and we are keeping a close eye on the weather, along with help from Holly Rowe.
I can tell you on the field, we could not ask for better conditions this late in the season. It is a gorgeous day for college football here in this bowl game. I'm expecting both offenses to open it up and air it out. Perfect conditions. The field is in great shape. I'll keep you posted on just how things develop here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. So the Ohio Bobcats offense will go to work first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Third down play from the gun. Out wide left, it's Bowman. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. And the Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So Washington's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance today.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense.
Going for the big play. Got it in stride at the 15. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
A But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his back in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Out wide right, it's Moss. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It's complete! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Well, I love the job in coverage there. Sure, the guy made the catch, but right away the defender able to bring him down. No possibility of yak on that play.
Turns into the pile. Touchdown, Husky. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He's changing the play. Drops back on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Fresh set of downs going up top. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Lost to throw on first. He's going to fire deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. Sells the run, looking to pass. Moves to his right. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback keep. Jukes his way for more. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio!
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the reels, takes it in for the score.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Throwing, Williams. Rushes on. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
From the gun. Crosses the 30, he's going. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Play fake, Williams. Finds his man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
Red pass, it's complete. The discard, and he's running free. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. And the Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Williams fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here. Makes
you grab and room to run. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on.
Wide open spaces. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like it's such a timing and an art when you run this option. Like you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
Left side is Bowman. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. Stopped right there.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Grabs it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job. And now...
And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Ohio! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Play action with Williams. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Williams. Looking for the score. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington.
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches. Palmer, nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
Ohio sends out the offense to start this drive. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to field this one in tight quarters. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Williams on the play fake. Going to take a shot. Got it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Just smothered on the play.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. Just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
3rd down from the gun, Williams. Here comes the heat. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the enemy.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. He's on the move. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Reese, 2 quarters in the books in the ReliaQuest Bowl. A couple of teams who have battled their way here, looking to bring home some hardware for the trophy case.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Washington's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Play fake, Williams. Look out! Just a short pass to the tight end. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Heaves it on the run. Upstairs to make the catch. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Huskies are flying down the field. Here's Williams to throw. Got a man, it's Moss. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Makes the grab. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Trying to do it himself. He has stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the field.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Reels it in. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Needs it here on fourth down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Bobcats will hustle to the line. Quarterback keeps it. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Fires to the middle. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Hey guys, checking in from the home team sidelines. Players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong with the big lead. They're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, a big reason why they're up on the scoreboard is because of how successful this guy's been running the football. And in this position, at this time in the game, with the lead, you want to keep doing that. You want to ice the game. This guy's getting better as the game goes on, so keep handing him the football.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The lone back is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Making the adjustment. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Still looking to his right. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it, they're on the run. And the quarterback just ran out of time there. And now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. To the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Sees an alley. Fighting off the defender. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover.
He's looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Hodges.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Motion from the wide receiver. Snapped on 4th down. Rush right in his face. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Throwing, Williams. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Lined up in the gun. Williams on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Fires to the big fella. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Drops back on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
Well, you got 3rd and California, not a lot of play calls for that, so they go with the safe run, and a nice job getting a lot of the yardage back. Obviously, you don't get the 1st down. You either do 2 things. One, you help out the punter here, or if you decide to go for it and you trust your quarterback in your passing game, let's find out what this coach wants to do.
This offense has it with really good field position. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Rides to the back. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back. And the line's paved some holes. And he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark. And when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Powers inside. Gets away from one. Finds some space. It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Touchdown, Huskies!
Well, you've got to have good fortune, and you saw it on that play. They fumbled it, but Johnny on the spot was there to scoop and score for his offense. I guess at the end of the day, guys, it doesn't matter really how you do it, right? How pretty or ugly it looks. The end result is what matters the most. You're not going to see that play very often watching college football.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
In the second half, here's 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down to the air. Got his man out of the backfield. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. The Bobcats in the hurry-up. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Bobcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
What a season it has been, and it's been great to share it with you. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe,